What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. Oh yeah, guys. So it seems like just an episode or two ago, we were having an eclipse, and yeah, I noticed that it was dark outside. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go sleep. And I was like, wait, it's still daytime. Yeah, we're having another eclipse. How often do you get these solar eclipses with this mod pack? I don't know. Seems very frequently. Maybe that is just astral sorcery in general that gives you that many. I honestly don't know. But anyway, last episode we were working towards getting applied energistics going, right? So we made ourselves the inscriber and we made ourselves a charger, and we left off that episode with me going around trying to find the inscriber presses. Well, I had to go to a whole lot of meteors to find all of them. This logic press, this is for the gold processors. That one was absolutely ridiculous to find. So I ended up making a Meteor Compass. And the Meteor Compass is not that expensive. One charge cert is 4 iron. Not a big deal, right? It will point to the closest chunk that contains meteoric iron. Not meteoric iron. What is this stuff called? This stuff, the Skystone. So if I place Skystone right here, and we're holding the compass, it is now going to point to this chunk because this is the closest chunk that contains it, right? And if we are in the chunk that contains it, the thing spins, so you know that there is something nearby. Okay, so that's how that guy works, which is fine. Problem is, when you go to look for meteors, you have the meteor there, and then scattered around the crater, like if we go to the map here, yeah, scattered around these craters, let me try and zoom in on this one, there will be spots of that meteor chunk like everywhere, hidden underground, hidden below gravel, all sorts of things like that. So you have to go and you have to farm up all of that stuff to make your compass start looking for the next one. Yeah, so anyway, you can see I have 3,169 in here. It's probably capped out with 3,200. I think that's the maximum you can have per stack in this dank null. I don't know how many meteors I went to, but one thing that was kind of interesting, just right over here, I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to find it now, but just right over here, it said there was a meteor, and I'm like, wait a second, there's no meteor over here. Yeah, it was somewhere right around here. It kept pointing me to. Turns out there was a underground meteor, and I wish I knew where it was. Anyway, so yeah, the applied energistics meteors, like you can find them on the surface, and you see the big craters, and then you can also find them underground, but you will never know they're there unless you make one of these compasses. Yeah, it was somewhere around here. I can't find it now. I had to dig down in a bunch of different places, and finally I was searching Google to see if like they actually do spawn underground and it wasn't some kind of a bug, and apparently they do, which I found out. And the trick is, like, if you put on your chunk borders or whatever, so you're holding your Meteor Compass and it's spinning, if you like go to the next chunk over, you'll see if it's spinning as well. Right? So maybe it's like landed between the two chunks, or there's pieces in another chunk. So that way it gives you an idea, like you should probably dig down on this chunk border, right? Otherwise, you're going to be, where do I dig down? So yeah, that's a pretty good tip there, is you definitely want to like check the neighboring chunks, see if it has the meteoric or the meteor pieces in it, and then dig down on the chunk border to help find them when they are underground. Anyway, so we ended up getting all the different presses, right? So we should be able to continue on with what we're doing here. So calculation press, engineering press, the logic press, and the silicon. You can see I got 7 of these guys. Yeah, so many different meteors I had to go to. So engineering processor is one of the next things that we're trying to do here. So in order to do that, we need the engineering plus a diamond. So let's try and make one of these real quick. Engineering press. Oh, I tried shift clicking that in there. I didn't want to go in there. Okay, shift click. And then a diamond, which we have plenty of. In fact, I have turned them all into blocks, I think. Okay. So diamond here. Can't scroll it in there. All right, that seems to be working just fine. And it didn't really use very much power at all. I guess the clockwork engine probably has a little bit of residual RF in it. Okay, so that's one piece. And then we also need to get ourselves a silicon. Now, we were looking at this before, and it looks like nether quartz dust, certus quartz dust, or crushed quartz from actually additions, quartz powder. So pretty much you take any certus quartz or nether quartz and you crush it down, and you should be where you need to be. I'm going to take some of these stairs, actually, because these can turn into regular quartz, and we're not doing anything with them. So if we put a stair in the macerator, that should crush down into some nether quartz, and we can further put that in there to turn it into the powder. Okay, and I'll just take one of those and throw it into this electric furnace. I'll get the rest of those stairs being crushed down. Okay, so there's one piece of silicon. I made the advancement bejeweled too. All right. So we'll place, well, we need the silicon press now. Okay, silicon press, silicon in there. It's doing its thing. Awesome. All right, so we got another piece to this. And then finally, we need a redstone. All right. So there is this guy. Oh, gotta take that out. This guy, this guy, this guy. And once again, it will do its thing here. We're still not using very much RF at all, which is interesting. So there's our engineering processor. So we did a thing. We are got the hardest part done, I do believe. So vacuum tubes is the next portion. We need nickel plates. So nickel, I think we had some in here. Let me take a look again. Well, we have nickel ingot. How many nickel plates do we need? Just one. I'm gonna make more than one. I'm gonna just make a few of these tubes because I'm sure we're gonna want more than just one recipe going forward. So metal former, I will just throw all 9 of those in there and let's let those roll out. Copper wires. So yeah, the only way to make that is with copper plates and the wire cutter for us. We'd have to get into immersive engineering in order to make 2 for every plate. But we're not there yet, so yeah. So that's gonna be 9 more copper ingots, and we'll just grab one of these, do that, and do our thing. So I need to roll those into plates. It looks like we're getting monsters spawning around. I should probably look at sleeping here. In fact, I'm gonna do that now. All right, so here we go. We have our engineer's blueprint. We'll place that in there. This is the one for crafting components. We'll place our glass, our redstone, our nickel plates, and our copper wires. I ended up making the copper wires with the engineer's wire cutter, which is just 2 sticks and an iron ingot. Yeah. You can also use shears, I believe, but we went with this method. So there is 27 vacuum tubes, a little bit more than what we need, but I'm sure we're going to use those for later, so I'm just going to craft up extras. Redstone engineering block. Okay, so we need 4 copper plates, and then we're going to need a material that we don't have yet, Constantan. Let me get these going here, though. So we need 4 copper plates. All right, so that's pretty simple. We've seen how to do that. The Constantan, though, that requires us to get the alloy furnace going, which is a new multi-block from, well, it's not new. It's new to us in this series. So let's take a look at that alloy kiln, I think, or is it called Kiln Brick? This thing. Kiln Brick. This is what we need. So red sandstone plus brick. That gives us 2 of those blocks, and it's a 2 by 2 by 2 structure. So we have to do this recipe a few times, right? I think 4 times in total. So we are gonna need some bricks here. Let's grab that. We'll grab some sandstone, which we have some in here, and then we can make some out of sand. Not a big deal. I'll just make a bunch of it. I guess we'll put that stuff back. Okay, so that, man, I keep getting weird like lag spikes in this mod pack where things just freeze. I'm not sure what's causing it. It's kind of frustrating a little bit. So there is 1 layer and there is 2 layers. Okay, so then we get a little bit of sandstone left over, and we got ourselves a quest complete from Immersive Engineering on the alloy kiln. Let's take the bottom loot chest today. All right, and we pop in and we get ourselves a BLT. Aw, yeah. That looks delicious. Anyway, moving on. So we have all of this stuff done. Kiln Brick, we have an engineer's hammer on us. We need to find a home for this little guy. Now, unlike the other multi-blocks over here, this is a 2x2x2 instead of a 3x3x3. So, why they did that, I don't know. Anyway, so it doesn't really line up with everything. It's smaller. You might be able to put it in between the two machines and do something. I don't really know how you're supposed to deal with an even number multi-block. So to make Constantine, let's go back here. Again, you can click in here and press up and down to see your previous searches. I made a measuring tape earlier. Actually, I guess I made this one from Chisel and Bits. Energy acceptor. So we needed the Constantine, and you make that in the alloy kiln with copper and nickel. All right, so more copper, more nickel. We're using a lot of that in these recipes now, not a big deal. Copper, I'm probably going to try and do like well, I was going to say I was going to do a stack. Let's do maybe like half a stack of each. All right. I can figure out how to split these properly. There we go, and put these extras back. Okay, and I think that just uses regular coal for the alloy kiln, so we'll do it that way. And let's grab this guy and get over there real quick. All right, so we put in coal, we put in nickel, we put in copper. It does its little thing, and we wait. Well, we're almost there on the redstone engineering block portion of this thing. We have to make this redstone gear. So we'll make 4 of these torches and we'll wrap that around a plank. And we go, there's a redstone gear and there's the redstone, well, I guess 2 redstone engineering blocks. That's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we need here? We have the vacuum tubes, we have that. We need the glass cable. Okay, so we need to make quartz fiber. So we need a little bit more quartz powder, which I think I might have some over here. Yep, we got some quartz powder ready to go. And then it's just glass. Okay, so we can do that. Just keep using our slime sling to get around a little bit faster. This base seems a little big for how we move at this point in the game. I'll do a few of these. Yeah, I think that should be just fine. Because we're definitely going to need a lot of these quartz fibers. Okay, so there is that. And then we also need to get ourselves some Fluix crystals. Well, we've seen how to make that stuff. We just need to get ourselves a little bit of redstone, some of the charged Certus. Do we have any more charged Certus in here? I thought we had extra. Oh, you know what? I might have moved them over here. Yeah, okay. So there's 3 charged. There is 3 redstone, and then we need 3 nether quartz. And we should have some of those in there as well. Okay, so all these things need to go into the pool here. Drop that, drop that, drop that. Press shift so our magnet doesn't pick them all up, and there we go. Very good. So there's our Fluix, and whoops. Once again, we just place those like that with this right here, and there's our glass cables. Okay, so another step down. So we do have to do 2 Fluix blocks, so I guess I need a little bit more charged Certus quartz. I think we have to do 1 more, so I'll place that in the charger. Let me just do this real quick. That's going to take a minute. Oh boy. So we have everything now except for this guy right here, the charged quartz fixture. I don't think I've ever used one of these things in Applied Energistics before, but the recipe is 1 charged Certus quartz and 1 iron ingot, so it's not expensive at all. Let's grab 1 more iron ingot. I guess I don't have any more ingots available, so we'll just do that. There's the charged Certus fixtures. All right, just place these extra parts away, and we should be able to do an energy acceptor now. Oh my goodness. Huh. Did we get a quest complete for that? Yes. Quest complete, gate applied energistics. Ah, that feels good. So gates, this one. Choice reward. I'm going to go with the pure Fluix. I feel like that's probably something that's going to be a little bit more useful than everything else, because the Fluix crystals you can use for making the cabling and pretty much a lot of different things. So yeah, I mean the pure Certus quartz crystal is used for the calculation processors. I think, yeah, I just think the Fluix is going to be the better choice here. So that's what I'm going to go with. All right, so there's an applied energistics section, or did it say there was no applied energistics section? Let's actually click on here. Yeah, there is no applied energistics chapter. But immersive engineering, industrial craft, forestry, action additions, and industrial foregoing open up for the mod. Okay, so I guess we just unlocked a bunch of different sections. Actually, additions. No, this one. Anyway, so there's no chapter for this. So everything for applied energistics we're gonna have to do on our own. So the energy acceptor is the first step in getting something going, but we can't really do anything with just that. So next step is we have to make ourselves an ME drive. This will contain all of the different storage drives that we're gonna have for applied energistics. So it's 2 more engineering processors, a couple of iron casings, which is just in the metal former. We've seen that. A disk drive. This is from Open Computers. This looks scary. Piston printed circuit board, raw circuit board. That's not bad. So green dye, gold clay. That gives us 8 of those. We smelt that. Okay, easy. Microchip. Iron nuggets, redstone, gold, paper, iron. Easy, easy, easy. So all of that stuff is not a big deal. Iron casing. Okay, so 10 electron tubes. We get 2 of them per craft. 10 electron tubes, iron sheet metal, that's just iron plates. 1 iron plate equals 1 iron sheet metal. Hardened casing. So that is a sturdy casing with some diamonds in a carpenter with water. The sturdy casing is bronze and bronze. A lot of bronze. Wait, no, 2 copper, 2 bronze. I think that got me the last time. 2 copper, 2 bronze gears, and then 4 bronze ingots, and it gives us 2 of them. Okay, so that is really not that bad. In fact, we might even have... Wait, ME Smart Cable. Did it give us that as an extra reward? Let me go back to quests here. Gates. This. Oh, it did. Okay, I didn't see this thing. So it does give you the 32 smart cables. Ah, okay. Well, I don't really use the smart cabling for a lot of stuff. Like, I will use it at the end to see how many channels are being used on a wire, but... Anyway, that is kind of nice that it gives us some extra cabling. I do like that. Let's put these away, not that, these. Okay. So ME drive. I don't think there's anything here too complicated, but it's just going to be a little bit of crafting in order to get that done. The 10 electron tubes, I don't know. Have we done the Thermionic Fabricator yet? I'm not sure if we've made this thing. Let's go to forestry section because I'm sure there's a quest for that. Yeah, Thermionic Fabricator. We haven't done this. So it wants us to do circuit boards. And then it looks like that opens up the 10 electron tubes. Okay, well, let's take a look at that. We'll start down the forestry quest section. Basic circuit. So to make that, we need 1 tin, 6 redstone, and a carpenter. 6 redstone, 1 tin. All right. And then we need ourselves the carpenter, which I'm not sure. It's right here. Okay. Again, we don't really have a great power supply, so I'm having to move this forestry clockwork engine around for everything. I should make more than one of these things, and we should also look at a way to actually start generating real RF power, right? Yeah, I think it's about time. We need 1 bucket of water for that. That's easy enough. I have that on me already. And then we need to put the tin ingot here, the redstone like so, and then we get ourselves a circuit board, and that should complete that quest and unlock the next section, hopefully. Is that all we needed? Was just that one? I think so. Okay, so quest complete. So forestry, okay, that didn't unlock this. So we have to make the impregnated casing. Oh, okay. So we have to do the impregnated casing, which unlocks the Thermionic Fabricator, which unlocks this, and then we can do the multi-farms and the blazing electron. Got it. All right, well, this gives us a loot chest. Let's do the middle loot chest, and we'll pop it. Rod of the Terra Firma. I don't remember what this item does. I don't think we can do anything with it until we have mana on us. Pretty sure. I'll just put this away for now. It's not something that we need at the moment. I mean, it says an epic reward, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, we haven't gotten into Botania at all yet, so... yeah, let's hold off on that. So next step, back in the forestry section, impregnated casings. Let's take a look at that. The impregnated casing is made by 250 millibuckets of seed oil in a carpenter. So we need the squeezer, and then we need the carpenter. So let's grab our squeezer once again. I don't think we had seed oil anywhere else. pretty sure we never did anything extra with that. Okay, so this guy, I guess I'll stick right next door right here for now. Grab this, wind this up. We need to put some more of, was it walnuts that we were putting in there? It was some type of the different nuts that we were getting off the tree. Chestnuts, I think that's what we're using. So I'm gonna try and get like 1 bucket of this stuff. Yeah, I think we get 250 per one or 200. I can't remember. How much? Go 150. Okay, I'll wait till we get a bucket. I'll bucket it over into this one, and then we should be able to make ourselves 4 impregnated casings with half a stack of logs. So yeah, let's let that happen. All right, so we have ourselves an impregnated casing. We'll place that into our inventory, and there we go. There's the quest complete. I was about to place, and I was like, wait, no. We gotta wait. So forestry, this one is now done, which has unlocked our Thermionic Fabricator. Okay, so that's where we want it to be. Let us grab our loot chest and pop it. We get ourselves a Sunday roast. Man, we're just getting all sorts of food. Seems like the theme here, just really random food items is what we're getting for rewards, which I guess is fine. It's better than getting like things that aren't useful, like 2 sticks and a log or something, right? Okay. The Thermionic Fabricator is another machine used for crafting. Supply with energy, glass, a recipe, and items. All right, so Thermionic Fabricator. So that does require an impregnated casing. It requires a hardened casing, which is a sturdy casing. Okay. So again, we have to go to the carpenter. We need 5 buckets of water for that. Oh boy. Then we need gold gears, which we can pour out with 4 ingots of gold. So we need 16 gold in our smeltery, which, yeah, looks at that. We have it. All right, let's throw those in there. Actually, do we ever make a gear cast? Yes, we did. Okay. There we go. Gear cast in there. And we'll place that in here. Let that all melt down. We'll make ourselves those gold gears. All right, they'll take care of the hard part. Sturdy casings. So yeah, we need ourselves 2 more copper gears, 2 more bronze gears. All right, more crafting, more stuff. Let me get the rest of this going here, guys, and then we'll continue on. All right, guys, so we're getting some use out of our infinite water source here. I was gonna just place down some water in this area so I could bucket in 5 buckets. And I was like, oh wait, we got that infinite water source. Yeah, so it pumps in water automatically. It just does it like every second or 2 or something like that. You can see how it's just like putting in chunks of water at a time. It's not like filling it up immediately. There is a little bit of a delay. But anyway, here's our hardened casing. So we're able to get that done. And I think that completes everything that we need for the Thermionic Fabricator. So if we come over here, we do one of those, we do one of these, we should get ourselves yet another quest complete like we do, which is awesome. So let's grab that. We'll do, I don't know, bottom loot chest again. I think we've wrapped all the way around. What? Are you kidding? It's just going to give me an ME controller after we took all the time to make the energy acceptor. Are you kidding? What? That is pretty awesome, though. I have to say, like, we are going to want to make a lot of these in the future. It's not like that's a waste or anything, but like after we took all the time to make the energy acceptor, you can power the ME controller just the same. Oh boy. So now that we have the Thermionic Fabricator, let's go back to the quest here, forestry. We can now do 10 Electron Tubes. Yes, so that is our next step. Let's place our Thermionic Fabricator down. We'll grab this guy. We'll give this some power here. We need to melt down glass or sand in order to make molten glass. And then we should be able to make the 10 Electron Tubes. Let's take a look at that. 10 Electron Tube. So to make that, interesting. So yeah, sand or glass. We need 5 10 ingots and 2 redstone. 10 ingots. We should have 10 here. So there's our 10. We only need 5 5 of those, and then we need 2 redstone. Man, my inventory is such a mess. Once we get this digital storage up and running, I'm just going to dump everything in there and never have to worry about inventory. It's going to be so glorious. All right, so there's that. We have the valid recipe, but we don't have any glass in there, so we need to do that real quick. Otherwise, we're just wasting the energy. Do we not have... Oh, I have glass in my inventory. Whoops. All right, so piece of glass here. There we go. There's our 10 electron tubes. We did it. In fact, I'm going to make one more recipe of those. Do we have 5, 10? Okay, we do. 2 redstone. Yeah, otherwise we're going to waste the other half of the piece of molten glass that's in here, the liquid glass. So there's that, there's that, there's this. Sweet. Okay, we are all good. I'm going to kill this recipe. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you make the recipe invalid, the heat goes down and it stops using power. Anyway, so we have the 10 electron tubes that we need. And that completed yet another quest here, forestry, this one. Let's do middle loot chest. Claim it, pop it, pink cherry sapling. Oh yeah, guys. You don't know how long I've been looking for a pink cherry sapling. We basically just won the game right there. All right. So now that we have the 10 electron tubes, ME drive, we're still trying to make this guy. So that was what we needed for this. That does require hardened casing for making the iron casing. We just need to do one recipe. We should have everything, I think, for making another hardened casing, yeah? Sturdy casing. We need 4 more diamonds. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Hey, we got 4 diamonds right there. Perfect. Let's throw those into this guy. We might even have enough power where it's just going to be able to craft it. No, we're not going to have enough power for that. I need to bring this guy over. Okay, we'll just go ahead and wind this up one more time. Make that. I'm going to try and get everything together and just make the ME drive. Yeah, I'm going to try and do that. And then once we have the ME drive, we have to make ourselves at least a 1K storage. At least one. We're going to want more than that. So that requires an iron chest. Iron plates around the chest. Oh boy. The storage components. So that's some Certus quartz, redstone, and a logic processor. Nothing fancy here. And then the housing itself requires quartz glass. So that's nether or Certus quartz powder and some glass. Not a big deal. I think we can do all of this. It is a little expensive, heavy on the iron. It is what it is. And then on top of that, we are going to need to get ourselves like a ME terminal of some description. Generally, you want the crafting terminal. So that's a calculation processor, which means we do need pure Certus quartz crystal. We'll have to worry about that. ME terminal. So I guess we could just do the terminal for storing things right away. Charged and Fluix. Okay, that's not bad. The bright illuminated panel. More quartz. All right. So I'll go ahead and craft all that stuff up. There's nothing that's crazy difficult there. Let me do that. We'll be right back, guys. So after a lot of crafting, we now have ourselves a very, very basic digital storage system. Yes, we're still using this clockwork engine. It is providing power to our energy acceptor, which is giving power to our ME drive, which is powering our ME terminal here. So we can't even do any crafting with this, but we can put items in here should we choose to, and have everything stored digitally, which is amazing. We can search for different things we want, iron only or whatever. Yep, that is going to be really, really good. Now, granted, we only have 3 ME storage cells right now. Or I guess 3 1K ME storage cells. We will upgrade these and add more as time goes on. And we definitely need a better power source than just this clockwork engine. And we also need the crafting terminal. Yeah, I think there was more quests here. I believe I unlocked another gate. Yeah, for actually additions by making the iron casing. So that's going to give us the choice of 2 iron casing, 2 advanced machine casing, or 2 heavy engineering block. I haven't even looked. The heavy engineering block, what does that cost? Is that crazy? Reinforced alloy, you get 4 of those per craft. I think we're not going to take these. We'll have to get into mechanism in order to do it. Steel scaffolding, that's just some steel. Yeah, I don't think that is worth doing. It seems to me, if we go back in here, the advanced machine casing is probably the better one. Although the iron casing does require a lot of resources, I feel like the advanced machine casing is probably what I want to get. Okay, so that's a lot of micro crafting that we won't have to worry about going forward. So beyond here, oh, it looks like we have to unlock Astral Sorcery and Botania in order to unlock Ex Nihilo. That's interesting. Yeah, normally this is a very early game mod, and in this mod pack, it's more mid-game-ish. Yeah, that is quite interesting. Anyway, so yeah, I think going forward, next episode, we're probably going to look at getting ourselves a little bit more stuff here. We need better power supply. We need to upgrade our terminal to the crafting terminal. And in order to do that, we need the calculation processors. Let's see, crafting terminal. Yeah, we need the printed calculation circuit, which comes from the pure Certus quartz. So we have to get ourselves Certus quartz dust with sand to make the seed and then drop into water. Now, normally that's a very, very slow process. So we're gonna have to make crystal growth accelerators and all of this kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll just wait for that for next time. But for today, we have a little bit of digital storage, which is pretty cool. I can take some of these things that are really bulk, put them all in there and have easier access to this stuff. But again, since we can't craft in there, it's really, yeah, we're gonna have to wait until this thing becomes very, very useful. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.